I am Dr. Sayyid Ammar Nakshawani, and this message is brought to you by the Muhsin and Fawziya Ja'far Foundation.
Islam and Jihad. Jihad. How many times have you had that term? And one may argue a term closely associated with Islam in the last 20 years. Because in the last 20 years, Islam, without a doubt, is seen as a religion of people who are ready to blow themselves up absolutely anywhere. As Bill Mayer once said, Islam, a religion of peace. A peace here, a peace there, a peace everywhere. Indeed, you find it so sad that Islam is only associated with one term, and that is jihad. A person imagines Osama bin Laden, or imagines others who have spoken in the name of the religion of Islam and have called for jihad. The reality is that when we look at the term jihad, you see that the term originally means a particular struggle that takes place or is undertaken by an individual. That individual, or that group for that matter, undertake a struggle. A struggle can come in different forms. I can, for example, have a jihad in relation to my family, a struggle in relation to my family. How do I keep the family structure in order? How do I look after my partner? How do I look after my siblings? How do I care for my children? There are many who are going through an absolute jihad with their family. Now, when someone hears that sentence, they're like, hold on, how would you do jihad on your family? No, jihad is a struggle. And that struggle can be seen or can develop in different ways. I may have a struggle, a jihad with my finances. I don't spend my finances properly. I don't look after my finances. I don't save up. I maybe save up too much. I therefore have an internal struggle with my particular financial situation. I may have a jihad with my friend circle. There are certain friends in my circle who I feel may be dragging me backwards. There are certain friends in my circle who I feel may be envious of my position. Therefore, I have a jihad with them. I may have a particular jihad with knowledge. There are a group of people in Islamic history known as the mujtahid, those who have struggled through literature and texts to try and derive law or to try and understand theology. Therefore, when a person comes to understanding jihad, probably the greatest jihad you'll ever undertake is not actually on the battlefield. The greatest jihad, according to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, is the jihad of oneself. The soul. How do I purify my soul? How do I not give in to my animalistic instincts and desires? How do I try and reach a divine level as was envisioned by the Lord for me? When he creates Adam as his caliph on the earth, as his representative on the earth, and allows the human being to be higher than any other creation. The greatest jihad is with our animalistic desires, instincts, anger, imagination, which can wreak absolute havoc. Am I able to allow my reason, my rationality, and my intellect, God-given faculties that differentiate me from all his other creation, to be able to overcome? Therefore, when we talk of the greatest jihad, the greatest struggle, every human being on this earth will agree. It's with oneself, psyche, consciousness, with their nafs, with their disposition. How many are there who will tell you that I have a struggle with anxiety? I have a struggle with depression. I have a struggle sometimes with a bipolar character, even schizophrenia. I have a struggle with fear, with anger. I have a struggle sometimes that my tantrums can lead me to doing something wrong. That's the greatest struggle. That's the greatest jihad. However, one cannot deny that one of the definitions of jihad is also a struggle against injustice. And sometimes in human history, the struggle against injustice does involve a sword, does involve a gun, does involve a weapon of different usages, and may sometimes be seen to cause havoc on this earth. I cannot deny that the word jihad has been used and abused. And I cannot deny that there are many innocent people in the history of this religion, and for that matter, in the history of humanity, who have told people to struggle against injustice for their own personal endeavors, for their own worldview of expansionism. But that doesn't mean that Islam taught that as the main form of struggle. Without a doubt, early battles in Islam, such as Badr, Uhud, Khandaq and Khaybar, as well as Hunayn, can be seen as a form of jihad. And that jihad is one of the roots of the religion of Islam, alongside prayer, fasting, and the giving of charity. But the greatest jihad in the eyes of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, his family, remains the greatest struggle for every human being, Muslim or not. And that's with oneself. Thank you for listening to this broadcast, and we invite your feedback for continued dialogue.